This is On the Hoof by Gabrielle Westby, Jason Wong, and Daniel Yee. Thank you for tuning in. Our purpose is to create a database that will help facilitate the management of operations at On the Hoof Dairy Farm by tracking the milk production of each individual cow, its genealogy, and the costs associated with feeding and treating specific cows in order to track value. The database will also keep track of data that will help with the process of selective breeding in order to develop herds with the greatest milk production possible. We decided to use TypeScript/JavaScript for its simplicity and capability of being able to be used for both front-end and back-end. It is hosted on Heroku for its ease of use and free tier. Heroku uses PostgreSQL natively, which has the benefits of being officially documented, so we used it as our database. To further elaborate on our system architect, JavaScript and TypeScript plus React.js was specifically used for our front end, while Node.js was used for our back end, and database system PostgreSQL, while hosting on Heroku's free tier. Here is a preview of our data model. Milk production is our #1 tracking priority, but in order to keep track of the milk, we need to gather as much information about the cow it came from. This is what our database is centered around. Every cow is placed in a herd and has a unique ID. With the cow's ID, you can find when/if the cow was removed from the herd, where the cow came from and where it currently is, plus the cow's parents, and of course, how much milk a cow produced. Furthermore, our model also tracks other sources that leads to cows' well-being, such as medical data and herd consumption.
Now that we've explained how our model was formed, here's a picture of our table. And as you can see, we have the cow's ID as our main table, and everything and its information bleed out into the rest. In order to accomplish this, we had to have cow ID and herd as foreign keys for feeds, genetics, milk, data, and medical. And here you can see some of the definition language. I had a chance to process some of the system architecture. We can get into the functionality of the actual program. Here we have the login and homepage of our front end. And as you can see, there's a sign in with an email and a password. And after you sign in, this is the homepage. And there are a couple options here. We have order feed button, we have edit lineage for the genealogy, and these are just a couple of the different records we have for different cows. And Jason's gonna demo the login for us.
Hello guys, welcome to On the Hoof Dairy. This is our app. It manages cows. So what we can do first is log in with my totally legit email and then my totally legit password. Okay, and we'll see that it takes us to our dashboard with our herds.
To run you through the login and the homepage, we are going to go over some of the basic functions of the program, such as create and read, update, and delete functions, and Jason's going to jump right into those.
Inside of each herd, you can go ahead and add a cow, and we can give it a source. Let's say I got this from Daniel, and let's say that I left it at Daniel's house. Okay, so that's in the database now. If you refresh the page, it'll still be here. Alright, and then we can go ahead and remove this cow, and this will add a date removed to here, and it'll essentially disable this row because we don't really want to delete a cow from the database. So on top of that, we can go ahead and add some milk from. We can add some milk. We can give it a quantity. Let's say we made 20 milk. Okay, and we made 20. Okay, so this will still be in the database. Refresh is still here, Like this updates as you type, and then you can give it a cow ID. Okay, and go ahead and add more. All right, 550, 30, 10, 10, 10. All right, more comments. All right, don't have to fill them all in. And go ahead and add these to numbers. These belong to different cows. Right. So yeah, go ahead and we add more cows too. Right, you can edit these, but not those, not these. You know, just go ahead and delete these all too. Okay, those IDs don't show, but go ahead and refresh the page, and yeah, they'll show. Right, go ahead and refresh the page. Let's say I got this one from also Daniel. But this time it's at my house. Okay. And then let's say Daniel's cow, or is my cow now, produced 50 milk. There's 50. Okay. And go ahead and refresh the page. You know, our milk will still be here. You know, and go ahead and delete all these cows too.
We've had a chance to cover some of the basic functions. We'll continue with the functional summary. Here we're going to go over the purchase order functionality of the program. And here we have a feed order form for ordering feed for the cows. And we have the related data here. And here we have a drop down to choose the supplier for the feed, and Jason's gonna demo that for us.
How about we order some food for our cows? And here we have like our order form. Okay, let's order some food. Let's order 10 food from how about this one from this place? And we can get our shipping speed. We can get the cheap economy shipping, which is 5 to 7 days, or we can get the express kind of Amazon Prime kind of shipping. All right, let's go ahead and put in our order. All right, our order has been purchased, and our order shows up right here. And let's assign this to herd 12. You know, let's go ahead and assign the rest of these too, actually. Right, okay, not too much to see here. Go ahead and order more, I guess. This time with the shipping speed. Let's go with the cheap one this time, okay? You know, this actually changes the price every time you change something. This actually dynamically updates, so go ahead and do 75 with the standard shipping. And pick a supplier, which, okay, all these guys have the same price, but yeah. Go ahead and put in that order. And go ahead and put in another one. Alright. Oh, whoops. Alright. Let's go and assign these two herds. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to continue on with the functional summary, and we're going to go over the genealogy tracking ability of the program, and we'll just let Jason jump right into that.
And edit the relationship between our cows. So let's say, oh shoot, okay, well this makes no sense, but let's say for cow 3 we have We have its the sire, which is like the father. We can make that be cow 24, and then we can make our the cow, the cow's cow, uh, which is really just their mother. We can make that cow 36. Go ahead and add some breed data too, but I don't really know any cow breeds, so we're just gonna fill in a yes. And then our comment. Alright, so all these changes are going into our database here, which looks like this. Ignore that. Which looks like this. Alright. Take a good look. Alright, cool, it's gone. So here's our cows. Here's the cows we put in earlier. Daniel's cows, my cows. Alright. Here's the food we got earlier. And honestly, these are all tied to like transactions, which are tied to the suppliers. Where is suppliers? But I don't really have an interface to show that. But just trust me when I say that it's there and they are stored properly.
From this project, we got hands-on experience and learned how to create a database. None of us had any prior experience with this. We had issues at the beginning of the project in terms of normalizing our tables, but we soon realized that there will always be room for improvement, and there are various ways to go about it. We also learned how to work as a team and apply our skills in sections that seemed to suit us the most. This area was really important for us because we had very different schedules, which made meeting up all together very difficult.
Feature improvements. This project was a big challenge for our group, having very little to zero experience in designing and creating databases. There were many challenges that we overcame as a group, from understanding the problem that needed to be solved, setting up the system requirements and data needs, to establishing the necessary relationships, understanding and carrying out normalization, creating the database, and finally creating a browser-based front end to interface with our database system. I think there were a lot of improvements that could be made to this program, but the four big ones I think would be improving the graphical user interface, improving the organizational flow in which the data is presented, implementing a meaningful way to showcase the genealogy of the cows, um, and finding more features to make use of the data that's available. That we've had a chance to introduce our project and go over a little bit about the system architecture, the data model, the system functionality, and a little bit of our experience. We'd like to conclude our presentation by thanking you for your time, and we hope that you enjoyed the presentation and application demo. If there are any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks again.